Chapter 1. The Cold Bus Stop. It is 11 o'clock at night. The sky is very dark and black. There is no moon in the sky. Cold wind blows down the quiet street. Swoosh, swoosh. The street lamps give a dim yellow light. A young man stands at the bus stop. His name is David. David is 23 years old. He has short black hair, blue eyes, and a tall body. David wears a warm brown jacket, dark jeans, and brown shoes. David carries a small black bag on his shoulder. He works late at a big office in the city. Now, David is very tired. His eyes are heavy. He wants to go home to his small apartment. He wants to sleep in his warm bed. David looks at his watch. The hands move slowly. Tick, tack, tick, tack. Where is the late-night bus? David asks himself. He rubs his cold hands together. He steps on the wet sidewalk to warm his feet. Suddenly, he hears a low sound in the distance. Vroom, vroom. Two bright white lights appear in the dark street. The big blue bus arrives. Chapter 2. Boarding the bus. The big blue bus stops in front of David. The doors open with a loud sound. Pshh. Warm air comes out of the bus. David feels happy. He climbs up the 3 narrow steps. David looks at the driver. The driver is a quiet old man with gray hair and a blue cap. He wears a heavy dark coat. The driver does not smile. He does not say hello. He just sits and looks at the road. David pays for his ticket. He puts 2 shiny silver coins into the small box. Clink, clink. The driver gives him a white paper ticket. David takes the ticket and walks down the aisle. The bus is almost empty. It is very quiet inside. The floor of the bus is clean and dry. The yellow lamps on the ceiling give a soft, warm light. David looks for a good seat. He chooses a seat near the middle of the bus. He sits next to a big glass window. He puts his small black bag on his lap. Chapter 3. The Quiet Passengers. David looks around the bus. He sees 3 other passengers. He wants to know who is on the bus with him at this late hour. In the front seat, there is an old woman. She wears a purple hat and a green coat. She holds a small pink umbrella. Her eyes are closed. She is sleeping quietly. Snore, snore. In the back seat, there is a tall man. He wears a long black coat and a dark hat. The hat covers his face. David cannot see his eyes or his mouth. The man sits very still. He does not move at all. Near the back door, there is a young girl. She sits alone. She wears a yellow raincoat and red boots. She looks out the dark window. The bus starts to move again. Vroom, vroom. It drives down the dark, empty street. David looks out the window. He sees dark shops, closed doors, and quiet houses. Everything is silent. Chapter 4. The Strange Envelope. The bus turns a corner. It moves down a long, dark road. The street lamps are far apart here. Outside, the night is very dark. David looks down at the floor near his feet. He sees something white. He leans forward to look carefully. It is a large, white envelope. The envelope lies on the black floor under the seat in front of him. David did not see it before. Whose envelope is this? David thinks. David looks at the old woman in the front. She is still sleeping. He looks at the girl in the yellow raincoat. She is looking at her phone. He looks at the tall man in the back. The man in the black coat is still sitting very still. David reaches down with his right hand. He picks up the large white envelope. It feels thick and heavy. On the front of the envelope, there is no name. There is no address. There is only one word written in big black letters. Secret. Chapter 5. What is inside? David holds the thick white envelope in his hands. His heart begins to beat a little faster. Thump, thump, thump. Why does it say secret? David wonders. Should I open it? David is a good person. He knows it is not polite to open other people's mail, but the bus is dark and the envelope is lying on the floor. Maybe someone dropped it by mistake. David looks at the back of the envelope. It is sealed with a small piece of red tape. David gently touches the red tape. He looks back at the tall man in the black coat. The tall man does not move, but David feels a strange feeling.
He feels like someone is watching him. David turns back to the envelope. He decides to peek inside carefully. He pulls the red tape very slowly. Rip. The paper opens a little bit. David looks inside the white envelope. He sees thick paper with black drawings and numbers. It looks like a map. Chapter 6, The Mysterious Map. David opens the envelope a little wider. He takes out the thick piece of paper. He holds it carefully under the dim yellow light of the bus. It is a large map of the city, but it is not a normal map. There are red lines drawn across the streets. There are small black crosses on 3 big buildings. In the corner of the map, there is a drawing of a small wooden box with a keyhole.
Next to the picture of the box, someone wrote a time, 11:30 p.m. David looks at his watch. The watch says 11:20 p.m. 10 minutes, David thinks. Something is going to happen in 10 minutes. David feels very nervous now. His fingers shake a little. Who made this map? Why is there a time on it? Who left this envelope on the late-night bus? Suddenly, the bus stops quickly. Screech! The brakes make a loud, sharp noise. Chapter 7, The Mysterious Stop. David almost drops the map. He quickly hides the paper inside his brown jacket. He holds his breath and sits up straight. The bus is standing in the middle of a dark road. There are no houses here. There are no street lamps. Outside the window, there are only tall, dark trees and thick bushes. David looks at the driver in the front. The driver sits quietly. He does not turn around. He does not say why the bus stopped. The doors of the bus open with a hiss. Psh! Cold wind enters the bus. The cold air touches David's face and hands. He shivers. Brr. Nobody gets on the bus. Nobody gets off the bus. The door stays open for 5 long seconds. Then the doors close again. Psh! David feels a cold shiver down his back. Why did the bus stop in the middle of nowhere? Chapter 8. The man in the black coat moves. David hears a soft sound behind him. Rustle, rustle. Someone is moving. David turns his head slowly. He looks at the back of the bus. The tall man in the long black coat stands up from his seat. The man is very tall. He walks down the aisle with slow, heavy steps. Thud, thud, thud. He keeps his head down. His face is still hidden under his dark hat. David's heart beats very fast now. Thump, 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 thump. Is the man coming to him? Does the man know about the white envelope? David holds his small black bag tightly. He closes his eyes for 2 seconds. Stay calm, David tells himself. Just stay calm. The tall man stops in the aisle right next to David's seat. Chapter 9. A sudden question. Nervously, David looks up at the tall man. Up close, David can see the man's face. The man has pale skin, gray eyes, and a small scar near his chin. He looks serious and tired. The man looks down at David. He opens his mouth and speaks in a low, deep voice. Excuse me, young man, the man says. David swallows hard. Yes, David answers. His voice is very quiet. Did you see a white envelope on the floor? The tall man asks. His gray eyes look straight into David's eyes. David feels his heart leap. The envelope belongs to this man. What should David do? Should he give it back? Should he tell the truth? David takes a deep breath. In, out. He decides to be honest. Yes, David says slowly. I found it under the seat. David reaches inside his brown jacket. He takes out the thick white envelope and the map. He hands them to the tall man. Chapter 10. The Secret Revealed. The tall man takes the white envelope. He looks at the paper. Then he looks at David. A soft smile appears on his face. The man sits down in the empty seat across from David. Thank you very much, the man says in his deep voice. I was very worried. This paper is very important to me. Is it a treasure map? Curiously, David asks carefully. He cannot hide his curiosity. The tall man laughs softly. Ha 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 ha. The sound is warm and friendly. He does not look scary anymore. No, it is not a treasure map, the man explains gently. My name is Mr. Thomas. I'm an architect. I design big buildings for the city. Mr. Thomas points to the black crosses on the map. These are new libraries we are going to build next year, he says, and the red lines show where the new electric buses will go. Chapter 11. The clock strikes 11:30. David feels a huge wave of relief. Phew! He smiles at Mr. Thomas. Oh, I see, David says. But what about the picture of the box and the time? 11:30. Mr. Thomas smiles again. He reaches into his big coat pocket. He takes out a small, beautiful wooden box with a tiny silver keyhole. This box holds the keys to my new studio, Mr. Thomas says. My daughter gave me this box for my birthday. I wrote 11:30 on the map because my daughter is meeting me at the main station at 11:30. Just then, David looks at his watch. The hands point to exactly 11:30 p.m. The bus slows down again. Vroom, vroom. It turns into the big central station. The station is bright and full of yellow lights. Through the window, David sees a young woman in a green jacket waving her hand. Look, that is my daughter, Emma, Mr. Thomas says happily. Chapter 12. Safe at Home. The big blue bus comes to a complete stop at the central station. Psst. The doors open wide. Mr. Thomas stands up and puts the white envelope inside his coat. Thank you again, young man, Mr. Thomas says warmly. You are very kind. Have a good night. You are welcome. Good night, Mr. Thomas, David says with a cheerful smile. Mr. Thomas steps off the bus. David watches him walk to his daughter. They give each other a big, happy hug. David gets off the bus too. The night air is still cold, but David does not feel scared anymore. He feels happy and warm inside. It was a strange night, but everything ended well. David walks down his street. He opens the front door of his apartment building with his key. Click. He walks upstairs to his cozy room. He takes off his warm brown jacket and sits on his soft bed. He smiles as he thinks about the late-night bus ride, the mysterious map, and his new friend, Mr. Thomas. Soon, David closes his eyes and falls into a peaceful sleep.